I forgot to take the thumbnail again, but at least this time I have OBS open. And I think I'm live. Yeah, I am. Okay. So today I'm gonna use my Google assistant. I was gonna say my favorite digital assistant, but I don't know. Fair warning, I have uh consumed I have partaken in the consumption of alcohol. I've wanted to do another transmutation of the four archangels in the SKT. And then there was something else I wanted to do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an I Ching. And instead of doing it as a general, I'm going to do it for a sign as a general. And I'm going to use the tarot cards. So what I'm going to do is majors are going to be divine. So either divine yin or divine yang. I think odds are yang, evens are yin. I'm going to write these down so I remember. Odds is a solid line, evens is a broken line, majors equals divine. I don't know what to do about court cards. I don't know if I'll treat court cards because I feel like if I treat court cards as divine, then it may throw the odds off. Like it may be too many. Now I could do court cards as I'll do court cards like off to the side to give a flavor to the I Ching. Google is going to give me a random zodiac sign and I'm going to build it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 cards from the top and 3 cards from the bottom. The cards from the top will be the upper trigram. The 3 cards from the bottom will be the lower trigram. If I draw a court card, I'll put it off to the side and then draw another card. And that's how we'll do it. I kind of want to read the trigrams as elements. We'll see. I don't know. It's all experimental tonight. Hey, Google, roll a d12.
You got 10.
10. So, Capricorn? We're doing Cappy. 327 is Cappy. Cool. What's going on for Capricorn? Hey, Google, roll a d4.
It's 1.
1. So I'm going to give this 1 shuffle. I'm going to cut it. So the upper trigram, and I'm going to build it. So 3, 2, 1, and then 6, 5, 4. So 3 is the Page of Wands. 2 is the Knight of Pentacles. 1 is the Knight of Cups. See, I had a feeling this might happen. They did it to me. I was like, oh, I'll just set court cards off to the side. What happens if you get multiple court cards? All 3 of them were court cards. Okay. Fine. So the new 3 is the Ace of Pentacles. The new 2 is the King of Wands. The new 1 is the 7 of Cups. So the King of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, they move over. The new 2 is the 10 of Pentacles. So we have Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. So this is odds are yang. This is yang, yin, yang. I think that's fire, if I'm not mistaken. And then the bottom, so 6 is the Hermit. 5 is the King of Swords. And 4 is the 8 of Pentacles. So I'll move this over to the side, and the new 5 is the Queen of Swords. The King and Queen of Swords, interesting. Move that over. The new 5 is the 9 of Wands, 9 of Candy Canes, 998. So this is, bottom of the deck is the 10 of Wands. So this is, bottom trigram is divine yang. So this is yang that will become yin. I'll do it from the top. This is even, so yin, yang, divine yang. So then this is going to shift to, and then what I'm going to do is I'm using OBS. So I will take pictures of the I Ching and then I'll put them up on the screen because that's the working idea I have tonight. So then this becomes from the top, yang, yin, yang, yin, yang, yin. Interesting. So we alternate fire on top, water on the bottom, I'm pretty sure. So we go from yang, yin, yang, yin, yang, yang to yang, yin, yang, yin, yang, yin. And this is so much smaller than the other one, but that's fine. So now I'm going to go back to the book of maps so I can know exactly which hexagram I'm going to look for. And we'll see. Pretty sure this is fire over. Oh, I don't know what the bottom one is. I know the top one is fire. Fire over lake, right? Yang yin or yin yang yang. Yeah. So fire over lake is I Ching number 38, polarizing. Cappy is polarizing? What? And then that transitions into water or fire. Yang yin yang over water. Yin yang yin. And that's I Ching number 64, climax. Oh, wow. From polarizing to climax. Cool. Let's see. I was gonna say I'm doing my best, but so I'm gonna find what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to snip all of these real quick. I feel like this is something that would work better, probably pre-recorded, because there are gonna be so many things in the background, but it's fine. And I'll switch to this window or this scene so you can see me as I assemble these. Why did I say assemble like that? Because of the Avengers, duh, I guess. So I Ching number 38. Let's come all the way down here. This is number, oh crap. Number 12. Oof, we got a long way to go and a short time to get there. This is I Ching number 30. This is not the one I'm looking for. Jarun. Isn't run like people? Or person? Well, I guess it may depend on the tone. Oh, wait, that's the one. Wait, hold up. That is not the. Yeah, that is it. I didn't even No, it isn't. This is Kui. Okay. Diagram 38. And the 6th line, the bottom line changes. So, curious, fire goes up while water goes down. Although they are different in form, they have the same intention. Even a trivial matter will be auspicious if it is like this. Interesting. So then I come over here. I'm going to have to save these because I don't think I can copy and paste. Oh, crap. Boo. Boo. I didn't scroll down enough. That's my bad. I'm sorry. Oh, crap. Then I scrolled too much. Here we go. I wonder if I could zoom out, actually. Yeah. All right, let's try this again. I'm like so tempted to color these. Less so today than I was the other day, but still. And again, this is the illustrated I Ching, the illustrated book of changes by Yanli, I think. It's the same. And then I save it as whatever. And then I come over here and I insert an image. And the image is this one. Yes. Now, I'll probably try to put these together too, because I don't know how legible these will be. Because I am going to have to like, this is one that transforms, but there's only 3 of them, so that's not going to be too bad. What if I do it like that? There's the first one. And then the second one is literally right here. Oh, oof, I'm going to have to go from the bottom right, I think. Oh, I'll go from the top right. Yeah. Because this actually goes a little bit beyond. And then we save this. Oh, I didn't want to copy it. I wanted to save it. There we go. And then I come over here and I add a new image. Do. And I browse, and it's this one right here. I didn't read it yet, so. And I'm gonna. Worries are gone. The missing horse has returned, although you did not go out to look for it. There is no trouble, even if you see an evil person. And then this transforms into I Ching number 64, which is literally the last one in climax. Can you read that? Yeah, you can read it. Cool. Nice. All right. This is full Capricorn. Capricorn. Capra. You cannot cross the river. Things go well. The little fox is almost across the river, his tail soaked. This could not be considered favorable. What? Will you still That song is in my head now. Wagey. I don't know the tones. Wagey. And then I save it. Cool. And the best part is I don't have to scroll through the thing to try to find these now. Cool. And then I'll do a new image. And it'll be this third one. Do. Cool. And then I can just move this here like so. There's, I guess I could like, see, but if I enlarge this, then like, it's fine. So this is the I Ching from left to right. And I said I wanted to read this by elements. So we have the element of fire. The element of fire is the Seven of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Cups, sorry, is clarified by the Knight of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. And then the Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Wands. Not surprised to see the Page of Wands with this Ace of Pentacles, because the Ace of Pentacles is all about something new, something new experientially. It could be a windfall of abundance. It could be a new job. It could be an addition to the family. Something to do with house, home, family, or like career. The Ten of Pentacles being clarified by the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. I feel like that energy's come out recently. I'm not surprised to see this for like a Capricorn or for a Cappy energy, because it's like, I'll say like 15 minutes or so is when we get everything together. See, I should take pictures of them, post up there, which I could do. Should I do it? It's fine. Maybe next time. That sounds like this would work so much better pre-recorded, because then I could like edit out the part where I do whatever, but it's fine. Anyway, for Cappy, I could see how the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands could align. I feel like Capricorn is one of those energies that understands the importance of a good foundation, a solid framework, and like proper planning. But it's almost like you have your, like, is this a thing? You have like your oh crap list, but in my mind, like crap isn't the word that's there. I don't think this is a thing. You have your oh shirt list, but take an R off of it. I don't know if it's a thing. So you have your oh crap list, which is like, if anything goes wrong, you know exactly who to contact. Or if you're in need of something, like you know who your suppliers are, you know who your contacts are. So if in the process you need something or someone, you know exactly where to go to get it. But there's something here. It's like this Ten of Pentacles energy, this abundance of wealth, or this multi-generational energy is the desire. Like everything that is done for that reason. But there's like so much fulfillment in it because it's an energy that's passionate about it. Like this would be someone who's like, either like, I want to make the world a better place for those who come after me, or I want to make sure that my friends, family, like loved ones for multiple generations are taken care of. But in a way, again, that like really drives them. And that's why for the hard work, for the grind, for the day to day, for those times where it's just like maybe not necessarily glamorous, like they're prepared for those times. Or it's like they're not discouraged in those times. Almost like they like to work hard, or they like things that take time. They love an investment. Well, whatever this Capricorn energy is. And then to clarify the Seven of Cups, it's the Knight of Cups. The Seven of Cups And the Knight of Cups is interesting because now it gives it this energy that's like, it doesn't even know why. It may not know why it's doing what it's doing, and it may not necessarily know the exact form that something is to take, but it's like it's because there are no, it's almost like there's no agenda on this. Like, this isn't the person who's like, I am going to create a trust fund for my child to go to this specific school or to pursue this specific path. Like, there's no regulation on what this is used for. It's just there for one's like descendants to do with as they please. And it makes me think of like, it's almost like for any person or for any energy that is about someone's right to choose, it's less about what they choose and more about them having the right to make that choice, right? So it's almost like if someone were a feminist, but it's the type of feminist where it's like, if a woman decides to be a stay-at-home mom, or if a woman wants to like live those traditional like roles, like it's her choice to do that and she can do that. It doesn't judge her negatively for doing that. It's not one of those, we fought so hard for you to go out and do so much more, like why are you settling for the life of like a housewife? But like, if that's what she wants to do, that's what she wants to do. Like, the fight was for the choice, not necessarily for a certain outcome. And it's interesting that this comes in. See, this type of fire, especially with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, this is like the hearth. And then on the side of water, we have the Hermit, the Nine of Wands clarified by the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, and then the Eight of Pentacles. Now, this almost feels a little bit more like it may be for Cappy. It's also interesting that both of the middle lines came out with two clarifiers. On the bottom trigram, it's the only one that has clarifiers. And it's clarified by the King and Queen of Swords. The King and Queen of Swords with the Nine of Wands, it feels like there's this is a point of contention between the Eight of Pentacles and the Hermit. Both the Eight of Pentacles and the Hermit can be energies of like really digging deep into something or really investing the time that something takes. Now, this Hermit is actually divine yang energy today. The Hermit being divine yang, I'm not surprised about, because the Hermit almost has that kind of mutable energy. I guess it's Virgo, which is mutable earth. There's a lot of earth here. There's no air besides the air clarifying this Nine of Wands, which is interesting. The Hermit I could see because it's like, it's things that we do, it's work that we do, but it's work that we do in order to like dig deeper into something or to open ourselves up. So it's yang action expressed for yin purposes or for yin fulfillment. Because like, again, like with the Hermit, a lot of times like there are things that must be done in order to be in an energy of receptivity. And I've never necessarily thought of the Hermit that way. Excuse me. Now, this, it's like feminine, masculine intellect, or this intuitive knowing versus a logical knowing, is the source of this. Um, I guess like the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands implies conflict, but it doesn't necessarily always show it. Now, sometimes it's like an aftermath because if the wounded warrior is wounded, then then the conflict happened. There is an energy of a conflict that's ongoing because more often than not, the person in the Knight of Wands is like holding a line and standing guard. But sometimes, especially like back in the day, maybe I don't see the Knight of Wands too often anymore. But I remember there was a time when sometimes the Knight of Wands would carry an energy of like a battle that's already over, but no one told the soldier that's holding the line. So they're just like there, like the news didn't reach them. With the Eight of Pentacles, this is definitely something that's been building. So I almost wonder if this isn't like, this could be an energy for Capricorn where it's almost like they've been working, Cappy's been working with their intuition, has been engaging the water element of the Mergoat up until a certain point. And then it's almost like the intuitive direction may shift or change. Or either the intuition is getting louder or the intuition is getting quieter. I feel like if the intuition is getting louder, then I feel like there was a nice balance between like what one would receive through their intuition and what one would do. Like the intuition made logical sense. If the intuition is getting louder, then it feels like there may be like Cappy may be led in an energy that doesn't necessarily like, it's kind of like that really out of the box idea. But by the point Cappy gets this really out of the box idea, it's like the intuition has been validated enough that even now that the intuition is saying to do something that is completely illogical, Cappy should be able to trust it because Cappy's built that relationship with their intuition and discernment. Or, so either like that's the intuition getting louder or the intuition is getting really quiet. And I feel like if the intuition is getting really quiet, it's almost a no man's land, but it's no man's land in the way of like where the divine is almost asking, like, well, what do you want? What do you wish to create? And maybe that's why there's no direction for a Capricorn. Maybe that's why there's no instruction for Capricorn, because Capricorn is in a space of deciding. And it's interesting that like this Queen of Swords, King of Swords didn't come out for the Hermit, or for the Eight of Pentacles. It came out on the Knight of Wands. I feel like if it came out around the Hermit, then it would have much more of like an internal struggle, almost type energy. But since this is with the Nine of Wands, or I almost wonder like that could also be something where like the divine is telling Capricorn to take a break. Like you did good, Capricorn. Now it's time to take it easy. And Capricorn's like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, we just did so much. Like, but what about this grand vision? What about this thing for the future? And again, like with the King of Wands, clarify the King and the Page of Wands coming out as clarifiers for the element of fire. See, but the bottom trigram is water. We have the Knight of Cups clarifying the Seven of Cups. We have court water clarifying. And in this Seven of Cups, there's like this moon guard there's the Moon and the Knight of Cups. Excuse me, this Moon and Knight of Cups. And there's no, well, the only fire on the right side is the light inside the Lantern of the Hermit and the Nine of Wands. But the Moon, or the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Cups with this little moon on it, there's almost this energy too, where the Knight of Cups is feeling like an investment. And for as much earth as there is on the table, like, call it Capricorn or Capricorn, maybe falling into the stereotypes of the zodiac a little bit. But it's like, for a Capricorn to invest in something, or for a Capricorn to invest in someone, it almost is emotional. Because like that's not necessarily what Capricorn is all about. But there's such a genuine, it's almost like Capricorn isn't necessarily the type to invest lightly. Right. And so with this Seven of Cups, with the moon that's on top of it, it almost feels like Capricorn is being led or guided outside of everything that they may immediately see. Right. And then this Knight of Cups, I almost wonder, because the Knight of Cups usually extends their cup, I almost wonder if I had the thought and then I lost it. I almost wonder if there isn't a certain element of Capricorn that like needs to be present in order to for something to be revealed to them. We got a 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10, and then a 1 and a 9. 7 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Let's see. I am going to take a picture. Why not? And then I'm on my laptop, so you'll see. I don't know if I can crop. Uno momento, por favor. I want to turn this on, and then I'll come over here. We're going to do some more moving so I can show you the cards. Oop. And again, these are read from left to right. Move me over here. And then I'm going to come down here. I think it's this one. Do 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 do. Ooh, girl. How do you know what percentage my I was about to say, how does this know what percentage my phone is at if it's not connected? Hello? There we go. It says I'm connected and I'm connected. These are old messages, but that's fine. I'm not here for the messages. I'm here for the photo. I love technology. I do. For the most part. I think so. Okay, this is taking a little longer than I thought. I see all my notifications and they're updated. Here we go. Thank you. I just had to be a little patient. Why is it blurry? Oh, because I was like, why is this blurry? What is happening? Okay. Oh crap. I might have to trim this. It's fine. We'll see. Then I'm gonna add another image. Just so you can like see the cards. Wait, where did it save it? Saved pictures. Here it is. Okay, those are the cards. And what I'll do is I'll move this one behind the others. There you go. I know. There's going to be like black spaces. It's fine. Let me go over here and see what this looks like. Okay. You can read everything. Nice. Oh, the King of Swords is cut off. Let's see. I can move this over here. There you go. There's the King of Swords. I can move this here, maybe. Move this a little bit more centered. Oops. Move this here. There you go. You know what? It's good enough. It is good enough. And then I'll just scooch me over a little bit. There you go. So I'm doing too much tonight. It's fine. So yeah, it feels like it may. See, the Seven of Cups with the Knight of Cups, it feels like opportunity that's unlocked by vulnerability. That's what it feels like to me. Oh, wait, this ain't water. It turns into water, but this starts as lake. Oh, well, that's even deeper water. So this is like really deep. But it feels like as it goes from lake to water, something is coming to the surface. I almost want to say it's rising to the surface of the subconscious, which I feel like really plays into that Seven of Cups, Knight of Cups somehow. Now it's almost giving me like a Kelpie. But because Capricorn's a Virgo, and the Kelpie is almost playing into the energy of the Hermit a little bit, because it's like It's a Kelpie that tries to drown someone, but the drowning, like with the Mer part of the Mer god of Capricorn, like Capricorn isn't going to drown. So that's why it's almost like more of a guide. It's guiding Capricorn into a certain depth that, like, on one hand, it's guiding Capricorn into a certain depth that they may not necessarily naturally go to or be comfortable with going to. But as Capricorn reaches that depth, something rises to the surface, or maybe something is meeting Capricorn as they go deeper. And with the Nine of Wands over here, maybe again, it's like the intuitive knowing versus the logical knowing, where it's kind of sort of where they're at odds with each other a little bit. But it doesn't feel like a full-on Five of Wands or a full-on Five of Swords because of the relationship that Capricorn has built with their intuition and discernment. So now let's read these I Chings. So, for the Seven of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, that's to the left. Or no, for all of them. Sorry, for all three of them. The bottom line changes from Yang to Yin, and then we get the I Ching on the right. I cut off the I Chings. So let me go find those real quick. Let me go grab them. Like when I was doing the second one, I intentionally cut it off, but I didn't necessarily think about you not being able to see them. And I'm going to include the page number too, because why not? There's going to be so many little screenshots. Mm-hmm. And it's Wagey. Boom. This one is this one over here. Oh, that's too big. And then the first one was, I don't remember the name. Not John. That's 53. I need 38. 44. 40. 38. It's Kui. Kui or Kui. Yeah, I remember that. Do-ba-do-do. I know, look at me doing the most. It's fine. And then we'll add it. Add another image, please. Oh my gosh. I just added this one again. Wait, did I not save it? I didn't save it. That's my bad. Oh, I didn't click save. Oh my gosh. Now it's saved. Now I should be able to find it. And there it is. I love technology. Sometimes I really do. I really, really do. Oof, too big. The sizes may not necessarily be exactly the same. But to the left is Kui, and then to the left is Weiji. And of course, my pronunciation could be very much so likely wrong. So it goes from curious, fire goes up while water goes down. Although they are different in form, they have the same intention. Even a trivial matter will be auspicious if it's like this. I feel like the that it's like. And see, that's why too, like with this King and Queen of Swords, although it feels like there may be, it's not necessarily like a full blown conflict. It's just like, again, it feels like the intuition and the logic, even if the intuition was a little out there, like it made sense. But now, especially with the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Cups, it's starting to go beyond reasoning, maybe beyond what Capricorn thought possible. And just like having that oh crap list, it may be things that are popping up that Capricorn may not necessarily have a contingency for, right? Maybe it's like if I do this or if I pursue this, like I don't know anyone else who's like done this. I don't know anyone else who's doing this. I don't know where I'm going to get this from, where I'm going to get that from, where I'm going to, like, how am I going to source it? I don't know, Capricorn things. And that may be where it's like there's a trust in the intuition, but there's also like a lot of questioning. And that's one of my favorite things about intuitive knowing, just in general. It's like the trust in it and the value of it. Excuse me. That's why it's like, even then, like even those things, again, like the I Ching says, like even those little trivial matters are auspicious because they have the same intention. And then the bottom line changes. Worries are gone. The missing horse has returned, although you did not go out to look for it. There is no trouble, even if you see an evil person. So, I mean, that's just reading like, don't worry about the where, when, who, how, and why. Just continue in the way that like you're led and guided. And know that I feel like sometimes this is a completely Patrick thing, taking it for resonates, down if it don't. I feel like sometimes there are some things that the divine will ask of us and that the divine will lead us to where it's like, in my mind, it's so big of an ask that it would be a little unfair or unreasonable to ask us to not have any questions or to not have any doubts. And I personally feel that we can have questions, we can have doubts, as long as those doubts don't prevent us from like doing what our intuition, what our discernment, what the divine is telling us to do. Because at a certain point, it's going to be like the results will speak for themselves, or things will unfold in a way where you will know, right? Like it's natural to question and it's natural to have questions. And I feel like that's what this one is saying. Like the horse returns on its own. You don't have to go out and look for it. You don't have to go out and like scout. And that's what, like, something with that Nine of Cups, Seven of Cups, like that's where that element of vulnerability or something, it brings resources to Capricorn. And then this I Ching transforms into Wei Ji. You cannot cross the river. Things go well. The little fox is almost across the river, his tail soaked. This could not be considered favorable. That part is, it's a little interesting. I wonder if it's not favorable because what, you cannot cross the river, but things go well. This one, honestly, I feel like I gotta like read into it. It's so rowing me a little bit. I can't remember. I don't think I said it. I can't remember if, well, maybe I did. If I picked up on a little bit of like your intuition maybe telling you to do one thing and then it kind of like switches up a little bit. Or like we were on one path and then it switches up a little bit. Now, for Capricorn to have this like 10 of Pentacles, especially the 10 of Pentacles, I guess to have the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles together is interesting, especially with the 7 of Cups here. And also with the Hermit. Because I feel like the Hermit, especially with that Knight of Cups, there is like an undercurrent of emotion here. And whenever we introduce emotion or other people into a long-term goal or plan, it's not unreasonable or extremely surprising for things to like change a little bit. And maybe that's why the initial openness with that 7 of Cups is like, maybe that's where it really shines. Where it's like, this, whatever Capricorn is building, it's building for whoever to do with however they please. Like, that's just the energy of it. Like, there are no stipulations on it. Maybe it's like one of those, whenever you hit a certain age, like this money is yours. If you want to go to university with it, you can do that. If you want to get a place with it and then like you work, you can do that. If there's a business that you want to launch, you can do that. If you want to just blow the money on whatever, you can do that. Like, it's yours to do with as you please. There's no stipulation on this. Like, that was the openness of this that Capricorn had. And I feel like that came out. But I feel like that was like a descendant. Yeah, that did come out because it was an energy of someone who was leaving a nest egg for their descendant or for their descendants. And it was almost an energy of like knowing that the world is going to change, the world is going to be different, or someone down the line is going to have a completely like radical idea that it may be so out of the box that it could be hard to get funding for, but this nest egg will help them at least get off the ground, to get a really good mock-up, to get a really, really, really good like few prototypes, few drafts to like present. Because I feel like it's harder for some things that are so far outside of the box if the person that they're presenting to can't visualize it as feasibly possible. But if you take like a really, really, really good mock-up or a really, really, really good prototype, then they at least know that like it can be built. You know what I mean? It helps to cross the gap of feasibility. I feel like there's a word, the gap of potentiality, where they can see like, oh, okay, like it is possible. And it's almost like that, like there's not a knowing. And it's the moon on the 7 of Cups. Like, something about this is still a little like hidden. But it could just be like related to time. Again, it's like down the line, or again, something could happen emotionally, or something could happen that brings another element to this besides just passion. See, like that's an element of passion that's more heart centered, like someone who could be affected by something or know someone who's affected by something, but they don't know it yet. You cannot cross the river. Things go well. The little fox is almost across the river, his tail soaked. This could not be considered favorable. I feel like that's almost a little bit about perspective too. Because it could be considered not favorable, or it could be considered favorable, or it could be considered to be almost neutral. To not be able to cross the river, but for things to be going well. This little fox is. I'm actually seeing, or what comes to mind is the initiate card in the SKT, where the little fox is the guardian that wakes up whenever the initiate takes the path. See, and if that's the case, I feel like that would be the example where like the intuition gets really quiet. But it's intuition in the directive sense. Like my intuition is telling me to do this, my intuition is telling me to go here, my intuition is like instructing me. Like the instruction part of intuition is almost getting a little quieter. And I don't know if it's for Capricorn to almost like wait to hear what to do. I would say almost not. The Ten of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Um, I feel like the Ten of Wands is almost playing up on this Nine of Wands. I don't know how long Capricorn is waiting to hear, or how long Capricorn has been feeling like they're just like going. And I almost want to pull like a clarifier to see. Both the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords have kind of like frowny coated faces, and they're both sitting across from each other on the outside. And then there's the smiley one, and then the actual card. Hmm. I don't know what this one. I feel like every now and then I'll pull cards and it'll just be like, this is what the situation is. And there's no real like guidance about like how to go either way. And maybe that Kelpie energy is going to come in where it leads Capricorn deeper and deeper and deeper into themselves. Or, now I guess that was in the second example of like Capricorn is meeting something as it goes deeper. But to go from lake, water feels like it's like more shallow than the lake. So it could be like one of those underground caverns where it's like like there's a lot of water and then you go into the underground cavern and there's like land inside. So then there's like a beach under the water. I was gonna say, I guess technically it would be underground. Um, or I don't know if it's like as Capricorn goes deeper, they are actually surfacing. Or again, it could just be that like what do you want to do? Maybe Capricorn is approaching a space of choice. Now, also, I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles, especially with this kind of Ten of Pentacles, especially for a Ten of Pentacles where it isn't necessarily super defined, maybe sometimes it's important to just like meander or to just explore or Now it's almost giving me the energy of like an open world video game where it's like you have your objectives, but there's no set order that you have to do them in. So it's almost like if you keep playing the game, you're going to get everything that you need to get. You're going to go everywhere that you need to go, but you can do it in your own way. You can do it in your own pace. It's not linear. It's like Capricorn is hitting a non-linear part of their life. And that's maybe why it feels like there's not a lot of like super defined instruction. Almost also too, I mean, it doesn't detract from that, but I almost wonder if something is like time gated, meaning like, let's say that it's something for work and there's a new contract that's going to start in like a month or 2 months. And like you have time in between now and when that contract starts to do like whatever. Maybe it's for you to rest. Maybe there's some like light work or light work, I guess, but some like not busy work, but it's almost like things that you do that you need to do that you can do whenever you get time. Like they're not necessarily top priority. It's like whenever you have time. Maybe you have time to take care of the little things, the details, whatever. I don't know. Ultimately, for Capricorn, I kind of love it because, again, like it doesn't feel like whatever is being built or whatever Capricorn is like it feels like whatever Capricorn energy is doing, they're passionate about it. And it doesn't like take from them unreasonably to do it. Like they may like exert energy to do it, but it feels like it doesn't compromise Capricorn to invest in whatever Capricorn is investing in. I wonder if the Seven of Cups, Knight of Cups, because again, something about that feels like it goes beyond. Maybe it was easier when Capricorn could see. Again, when the intuition and the lot, like when the intuitive made logical sense, maybe it was easier. But there's something about the beyond that isn't necessarily purely logical. And that may be where some of this like when I was doing this and when I was doing that to get to my end goal, to build the big dream that made sense, this feels not really related, like a detour, like it's out of the way. Like, and if I can't get behind it, it's a little hard for me to get behind. I mean, the bottom half of the hexagram it goes from lake to water. So again, like it feels like it's a part of the grand whatever. So anyway, that's what I got. I feel like I could keep talking in circles for another 20 minutes, but ultimately we would end up in the same place. Temperance, the world, the Four of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Six of Swords, Six of Swords, Three of Swords, oof. The Empress. I'm putting the cards back. Temperance again, the Sun, the World again, and the Ten of Cups. I almost wonder if it's like, almost like Capricorn is going to pick up a hitchhiker, not literally, Like it feels like an energy of going to pick up a hitchhiker, but it isn't. It's not one of those creepy hitchhiker stories. It's one of those like, again, like a chance encounter. Like, where you headed? Oh, I'm going that way too. Seven of Swords, Three of Pentacles, King of Cups, Seven of Swords, Four of Cups, King of Cups. All right, let's go to final card. Nine of Cups, King of Cups. Okay. So yeah, it's something where it feels like with that water energy, it almost feels like at some point or initially it's gonna feel like a little bit of like a distraction or a sidetrack or something peripheral, but it feels like it works its way into the fold somehow. Ooh. High Priestess with the Six of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Magician. Magician, High Priestess, Six of Cups. January 26th is Aquarius. I'm pretty sure. 126. Again, I almost wonder if there was a loose end. Six of Cups with the High Priestess is go. Six of Cups, High Priestess with the Magician at the bottom of the deck. It's giving me a loose end that's going to be like tied in. Six of Cups is an energy of the past. The High Priestess is something that may be unseen, something that's hidden, something beyond our comprehension. And the Magician relates to what it is that we're creating. So that's why it's like something unseen from the past now or forgotten. Either something unseen or something forgotten from the past. But you know how sometimes we can forget some things to the point where it's almost like we don't even know it. And that makes sense because if you forgot, then like obviously you don't know. But it's more like you don't know that you do know if you forget something because you do actually know it. You just don't know that you know it because you forgot. Or it's also one of those energies where it's like it's giving me in math. It's like the higher you go, the further you go in a lot of courses. For me, the farther I've gone in some courses, sometimes when like you get a problem and it's like it can be easy to overcomplicate some simple things. And then it's like, oh, like it was so simple. I'm up here doing all of the advanced whatever, applying these super technical theories because that's what I've been learning. But like this is like simple. Like this is from like way, way, way back in the day. Like it's almost like it could be that too. Or it's just like it's that tool. It's that thing that you've been holding on to just in case if you ever need it. It's like now is the time to use it. But Capricorn may have been holding on to it for so long that they forget they even had it. Type of energy. Basically, you got this, Cappy. So I don't know. I feel like this wasn't terrible. I also feel like Capricorn energy was just not necessarily as firm as I would necessarily like expect. Like, I mean, these are general. So it could be any number of reasons why the energy comes out the way it comes out. So yeah, that's what I got. I hope you all have an amazing whenever you see this. I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality. I hope that whatever you need along your path, journey, and way you find. And I hope that Capricorn can. I hope that Capricorn can wait. Maybe I hope that Capricorn can allow for things to be what they are. Present. Allow for things to be what they are presently. And I emphasize the present because maybe something was a certain type of way in the past. Maybe something will be a certain type of way in the future. But for now, if it's a bud that hasn't yet blossomed, I hope that Capricorn can allow it to be a bud. If it was a tomato seed that Capricorn thought they planted and it ended up being a cucumber, I hope Capricorn can allow it to be a cucumber rather than to be like, oh, well, that's not the tomato that I planted. That's not the tomato that I wanted. Maybe it was the cucumber that you needed. Not the tomato that you wanted, but the cucumber that you needed. Maybe that'll be the title. Yep, that's going to be the title. I'll try to remember it. Not the tomato that you wanted, but the cucumber that you needed, because it's something about the unknown of the future. It's like the future can prepare us in the present to welcome it, or the future can prepare us to give birth to it through our intuition, through our connections to the quantum, through our connections to those forces that exist beyond time. And it may not make a lot of sense in the present because it's like, it's something that's revealed later. But in order for us to be aware of it later, we got to get some kind of exposure to it in the present. I don't know. Anyway, I've communicated my hopes. I will catch you all whenever I catch you next. My 2 weeks of vacation is sadly coming to an end, and I really feel like it flew by. I thought 2 weeks was going to feel like a long time. I guess I still got a few days left, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll be back at some point. Maybe I'll do another sign tomorrow. I don't know. I would say comment down below to let me know what y'all think. But I kind of like it. We'll see. We'll see.